worked enough with designers and educators over the years to know that if I tell you what to do, you will more or less definitely do the opposite. And besides, we're not here to decide a plan, we're to start conversations and open up possibilities. My talk has 4 parts. I've slightly changed the wording to drivers of change because I kind of slightly fallen out of love with the notion of trends, as if anybody can really be confident of saying what will happen. Secondly, that's the why question. Why do we need to even be here? What's happening to us? Secondly, the curriculum of the future, which one could say is the what of our exercise. Thirdly, the learners of the future. Fourthly, pedagogy, which I've never really known what that word means. I've decided it means how are we going to do whatever it is that we're going to do.
You had mentioned a statistic where you said 70% of society would welcome a sustainable society. Is it, as I suspect, possibly that the 30% who do not are the ones who are in charge of policy making?
No, actually not. It's a 700-page report from the WGBU. You can read about it, and they say very explicitly that it's across all cultures, all professions, and all kind of ranks of society. It's just that different people feel more or less able to take the first step.
Well, I think the activist at the grassroots level does this very often. Gets people together and gets them to act on their problems. So are there other professions from whom we can learn and adapt?
For sure, yes, of course. And I think that if you find yourself in an activity where it's just the usual suspects, but we have the resources and the skills and the practices, you don't have to invent much, it's connecting together.
We are trying to stress upon for the future curriculum is to make design as a way of life or has to be initiated early. It actually propose social grouping as a tool in design.
The most interesting thing maybe is the one concerned with well-being.
We end up designing most of the times looking at design, a product for consumption.
This emphasis on innovation and newness and uniqueness and individuality that is laid in design education perhaps is retrograde.
Key to our discussion is to tear down the walls between us and them. So understanding that we're all learners.
Cultures are something that you interpret what is there, and then at times you reinterpret it within the context of that particular environment.
Work cultures were not even across our society, that there is intergenerational differences, that there will always be a generation which marches to a different drum and a younger generation which is trying to change the rhythm of that drum.